Hello everybody, my name is Danny, and I am going to do the movie review of Everything, Everything. I want to try and be fair. I want to try and be fair to this movie because I went into it kind of thinking it was awful because I saw the preview like a million times, and really it's one of those movies where the preview is the whole movie. I mean, you really don't need to watch it unless you're really into this type of movie. So I'm not really too impressed, with what I saw. Going in, I was like, well, that's what it's going to be, and that's what it was. So I'm kind of a hypocrite as far as that goes, but I always try and go into movies that I've never seen before with a fresh attitude because I might be surprised, and that's just how it is. So I am outside. I'm kind of on a day off of work here, so I thought I'd get my movie review situation caught up because I watched 3 movies yesterday trying to catch up on things. So everything, I'd say first and foremost, we'll start with the acting. They couldn't act. The guy was alright. The guy was alright, but I'll tell you, is that the mother just blew me away in this thing. I'm kind of sorry that she had to be part of it because she actually was like, this is how you act. And when she started crying towards the end and she gave this heartfelt speech, I was like, wow, this movie could have been something. So anyways, we'll talk about a couple of different things here. The whole ending with her, I'm not going to give anything away because A, there's not too much to give away, and B, if it's a surprise, it's not that great of a surprise. At the end, in the preview, it's all about the main character being sick. So towards the end, she starts to find out that, if she was sick or not, and the mom tries to apologize. And I'll just tell you right now, if you're going to watch this movie and you see that ending, you know what I'm talking about. It is very, very convincing of an apology. And I, for one, if I was in that situation, would have forgiven her. But of course, the main character is too young and immature and has no idea what she has going for her and has no idea how well she's been taken care of. So this mom's apologies just gets swept under the rug, and we find no conclusion of forgiveness or anything. So that really is the bright spot of the movie, though, is the end apology. A couple of things that did not make any sense whatsoever is the main character. She is so... Excuse me. So sorry. The main character is so shallow of a character that she has no mind of her own. She, at 3 points of the movie, tells her little boyfriend something, saying, oh, I can't be with you anymore. Oh, you're not going to be mine forever. You're going to find someone else. And then something else. And it's even when she goes off at the end to kind of find him again, she only does that because she's so pissed at her mom. I mean, she's just a shallow character. There's nothing to her. I don't know how old she's supposed to be, and she has no mind of her own. So I'm just wondering why people like that character and why they would like this movie, because if you just are sitting there with an open mind like I was having, and you see her telling him exactly what the mom said to her, That's just ridiculous. And girls out there in real life, don't do that to guys. Don't just say to them what you've been told by somebody else, by a girlfriend, your mom, your sister. Don't do that to guys, because we're wondering where that comes from. We can tell you're not being genuine. Okay? And so when you get a movie with that situation in it, then we don't give a crap. And so this movie is just crap. That's how that equation works. The other thing that I had a really big problem with is the whole Hawaii scene. So she, on her second attempt to try to leave the house to prove that she's not sick, actually, let's go back to the first time that she leaves the house to prove that she's not sick, which already is stupid because she's young and immature and she doesn't want to be inside, even though she knows that she has these daily doctor visits. The whole situation's just messed up, but I'm not going to get into all that. But the first time she leaves the house, she pretty much passes out after about a minute. And obviously that's because she's come into contact with germs for the first time, and her body just can't handle it. So then she gets back into her bubble, and then the second time she goes out, she's able to be healthy for a week. Okay. Well, that doesn't make sense whatsoever. And then second of all, is that, all of a sudden she passes out. Let me tell you this, folks. If any normal human being had any kind of illness that they could not handle, and they were to go outside in the normal air with germs and everything, you probably would die. And you probably would get sick. And if this movie's trying to convince us that she has to go to the hospital and be on tubes and an IV and all this stuff, this movie tries to explain it at near the end when some random doctor off screen says normal people get sick all the time. Well, okay, so she's been a normal person her whole life, and she just happened to get sick in Hawaii in a movie where we're getting told that she's been sick her whole life, but then she's not sick, but then she's fine. I mean, it just goes in circles, and it makes no sense whatsoever. So that's my big problem with this movie. And there were some bright spots to it, like the mother and like the nurses. They all had at least a little bit of human emotion. Overall, I'd have to give everything. I'd say D+, because the ending was stupid, but it wasn't what I thought it would be. I kind of thought it'd be something a little bit better, and I probably would have given it, a really bad, memory if it would have ended a certain way. But it ended all right. It's not anything special. It's not anything it needs to be, but overall, just the idea of the movie is just. I mean, we've just had the one about the boy from Mars. I thought that was a lot better than this. It had a lot more character, and it had a lot more emotion, and made more sense, even though it was way more out there of an idea. And so, everything, D+. If you like this kind of movie, I have no idea why you would like this one, but it just does not make sense along the way. If you have any kind of common sense about you, then you'll think it's stupid too. So, that's kind of my long 9-minute rant about this movie. That's really all that's wrong with it. The cinematography was fine. It kept going up to the girl and watching her cry, and she had some great face emotions, but she liked smiling all the time and everything. But otherwise, this movie was just about her trying to look cute for this guy that we were convinced that she was going to end up with, because why impress him? And I don't know, the scene in Hawaii made no sense. This isn't some love movie that is for adults. It's for teenagers, so I don't know why they had to have that scene in Hawaii either. It's just so corny and so predictable and so ridiculously out there with some ideas So D plus for everything, everything. My name's Danny. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to keep the movies going here. I've just had kind of a rough week, and obviously I still have some of it going on. So, yeah, we'll see you in the future, and enjoy your movies.